Hey pals, anybody here yet?
Hi guys!
Did you go away and forget me?
We're live and on time!
We're on time. Oh no. I had this apart and redid and all kinds of stuff a whole bunches of times. So we'll wait and see if we get some company. If not, we're just gonna go ahead and do it, and if it's not been a good time for you guys, then you can come back later. Let me see how my hand's looking here.
Look, okay.
Yeah, this is more light.
Yeah.
We're going to try and do our next videos like around 2-ish. And then it'll be better. And then I think before too long we'll be able to produce videos again because we got some stuff up our sleeve. So that'd be nice too.
Yeah, we're here today with part 2 of our Hatpins, Stickpins, and Bobbypins.
Hatpins, Stickpins, and Bobbypins.
Hello, Millie.
We're not going to be able to do too much of Bobbypins. Somebody said on the last video, hey, there's Colleen.
Annalise.
Annalise is back. Jennifer's here. I'm working from home by myself in the hat. Oh, that's sweet. It's nice having us here. Well, I don't know, Jennifer, how much good I'm going to be to you today, but I'm going to do my best. I've been kind of floundering. But yeah, I know I got my tricks worked out, but my crimps aren't working out so good. So I went and watched some other people who use crimps a lot and see what they had to say about crimps. And I think this is a whole different monster than you usually have when you're using crimps. Okay, now I see what happened. You slid crooked.
Hey, Dara.
Oh, Dara's here.
Dara's here.
Alrighty. Very nice.
It's looking pretty.
Yeah, I have a plan here, but it slid, and I just wanted to let it, get in here and set up. But I'll show them. I wanted to do something big, that maybe even I could hang some stuff in the bottom, but I got to get this in the right place, and that would be here. See where I got the little holes here? So in order to do this, my secret trick for this is that I got to use these deals. I got lots of them too. So I may be able to go ahead and do these kits a little bit quicker than I thought because I got a message this morning that my other stuff is on the way and ought to be here by Tuesday or Wednesday, which means I can start making kits then. So that would be nice.
Annalise says she was just wondering what she should do, and she said, "I'm so glad you're on." Because now she has something to do.
Oh my, well I wish I had that problem, girlfriend. I'll tell you what, I have too much to do and it makes me tired thinking about it. But oh well. I made this mess, so I got to deal with it. So anyway, so I use these things, guys. I have these round ones and I have ones like this. I don't have a lot of the hearts, and that was kind of bugging me because how long do I have to wait to get hearts? And I don't, because I got tons of these in stock and back stock, so we can not have to worry about it. Got tons of filigree. I have tons of cameos and little sparkly things and little pearly things, and
those can still be decoupage too, just like the hearts.
Yeah, if you want to use them for decoupage too, you could do that. But they're a trick for when you want to make something on filigree and you want it to go on a stick pin or a hat pin. Here I'm going to show you. Because you have to check it when you get them on to make sure it's going to...
They're in line with one another.
They're in line because you got to get one to go from the other. So if I move this so that the hole's off, I'm in trouble. You see can you see that, guys?
Here,
can you zoom in? Expand that a little bit? See, there's a hole on the end of this and a hole on the end of this. So it pass through. I got to line them up so that it will go through both. And I'm just about... Yeah, I did it.
And then you can push them back together and,
and then you can
let them glue them in
back
place.
Together and then, to weight it, all you got to do is just put it over, Just, this one's showing a little more than I want it to, so I might have to fuss with it a little bit more. But that's how I would make, a bigger pin. And what I could do, too, now I wouldn't put this on, but I could take it off again. And this is also out of kilter because it slides. You know how it is when you work with E6000 for the first half hour or so. The stuff wants to slide, and you got to watch it real careful because you'll come back thinking it was setting up and it's a mess. You got to take it off. And the good thing is usually you can take it off, but who wants to go through it, right?
That would look really pretty on a nice winter coat. Like, those ones that have like the fur trim on the sleeves, on the cuffs. Or this
is hat pin, but actually... The hat pins that I used to use long ago were 9 inches. And I can't get those same ones anymore. They're the same gauge and everything, the same feel to them. They're 9 inches. These are 7, I think. That's what I was told. And I'll have more of these by Tuesday or Wednesday, too. So I'm going to have plenty of stuff to make these kits.
Yeah, it looks like 7.
Yeah, I would prefer to sell them straight up, though, direct sale. I might have to go ahead and put them on the site, but if I do that, they'll have to cost a little more. So if you come to me direct, you can get a bit of a deal on them. And I'll talk to you about that later. But I've got this lined up pretty good now. So you can see how that was. I put my cameo on there first, and this is a really beautiful vintage glass cameo. And try to get that lined up with this down here. And I wanted to be able to hang something from the bottom, but I don't think I'm going to be able to because of stuff. And then I'll probably put another bead or 2 under here when it's ready. I can't do it now because it's not set up, so it's going to float all over the place. You know how it is. But what I'll do is I'll get that under there, and then once it's set up really good and not moving around on me, then I can crimp it. And I think I was telling you to, Jordan's having a sneeze fit out there. I'm going to have to look into crimps. So I ordered a whole bunch of different crimps, and they'll be here in time too. And I'll get that worked out. The ones that I used to use all the time, they're just not working out that good. And I've just been, get them on. I get the first little crimp where it folds over, and then the second little crimp where it makes it like into a little bead. And that second crimp's not working out too good. So we got to have crimps for this, or else we're going to have to be using lots of glue on them, and I'd rather not, and so would you. But anyway, this is how, this was the plan that I had so far. Now, what I could do after this, I can still add more, like I was saying. I could do like one of these little hearts I had already under there. I always liked this shape underneath something round. If I was going to I'm going to put a bead cone or cap under here to make it. It's going to be really pretty when it's done, believe it or not. Those of you who know me know I don't have tons of failures. When I do, they're epic. But I don't have tons of failures.
That pear-shaped filigree bead would look pretty.
Which one? That one?
Yeah, the pear one.
These are very hard to get on here. What
Are
she's
they?
talking about is this.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are like 18 gauge wire. And
they're
just
thicker?
a little too heavy. I did manage to get it on after a lot of messing around.
Okay.
And I'm not sure that I want to, put them in anybody's kit or anything because they're kind of problematic. But here's another case in point of how you can take this coin-shaped bead that is very, very flat and turn it into like a mini substrate or blank that you can put stuff on so that And I don't think this would be too good of an idea, like for making earrings or even on a necklace, because the weight of it's going to want to flop. But for making a hat pin, once it's dry and crimped up really good, it should not be any problem ever at all. So that's why I was really glad to figure that out, because it's kind of just a fluke. I'm not that brilliant, And I found that out, happy accidents, like I was saying. And the happy accident led me to this. So who knows where it will lead me beyond that, but that is really pretty. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about doing a Haskell looking one. That's why I'm kind of playing with these colors, because I have to have my project, which is a full like per type thing, into stamping. I have to send it stamping. Let me slow down. Breathe in and breathe out. Stampington for Bell Armor by the 18th or 19th, and that is not long. So I'm going to have to really concentrate on that. But I was thinking, Haskell made a lot of hat pins and stick pins. Not hat pins, stick pins, and they were beautiful. And they were a lot of times made on a base kind of like, this one. Kind of like this one. And they would do, I'm going to move this over. And they would make little like butterflies on it. They're typical beading type things on it. Maybe some cage leaves. Here I got some. These are too big though. Those are way too big. This one would be the size I'd want, the little one. Maybe a few of these and maybe a porcelain rose or a bead that's caged in or something, and put it on a stick pin. That would be pretty. Or just make a mini pin out of it or something. I have a brooch that is really nice from the class that I still own, and I have a necklace from the class that I still own, and I have earrings from the class that I still own, and they're very nice. I never sold them. So I didn't even try. I didn't want to sell them. And then I thought, well, if I make a stick pin and then maybe some sort of bracelet or something, I'd be about done. And I'd have it. So, anyway. So, let's see. Everybody's saying hi. Deborah Long. Well, look at that. How you been, darling? I haven't talked to you since you got back from your cruise. I know you've been around. I've seen you around here and there.
Her daughter got married.
Did she get married already?
I think so.
She got married. Did your daughter get married already, Deborah, or did I just see that she was going to? What's her name?
It was Ariel.
Ariel, yeah. Yeah. I think
She's the oldest one, I believe.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Deb.
I'm just so happy for all of you, because I know how happy I was when Lauren and Jordan got married. So, but
is she still happy now?
Yes, I'm happy. You silly goof. Of course I'm happy. Where would I be right now without you, Lauren? I'd be doing Etsy by myself without any videos. That's what I'd be doing.
So are you going to put any cup chain maybe around
I might put a little cup chain around there. What do you guys think? Speak up. But, so I'm going to do that, and I'm probably going to put one of these little things on there. Somebody was talking the other day about this.
Ooh!
This finding.
I like
You can cut it up in 4 pieces. We have them on the site. Let's see where the other 4 are. Maybe here. I got some of it.
I like that.
Or I can do this.
I think I like the other one.
Yeah, it looks good, but I think the other one.
Yep, she did get married. It was a civil service.
Oh, she already got married?
Well, congrats to her and her hubby.
That's so nice. That's so nice. No wonder you've been busy, Deborah. How many people were at your wedding, Lauren? It was ridiculous.
Like 400.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I beat you.
It was crazy because we had... my family's huge on both sides. And then it was funny because even when we were... when you gave us your list and we were comparing lists... We had a lot of the same people because we have similar family friends, and yet it was still that big.
Busy.
Well, Mom and Dad had like 400 at their wedding, and they got married back in 85.
John and I still have you beat. We had over 6.
Oh, my goodness.
When Donna got married the first time, she had over 1,000 people.
How the heck?
They rented the operating engineers and had a big caterer. And,
oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous, really. And the people fit in there. That's how big of a place they got.
Goodness
But
gracious.
yeah, people don't have weddings like back then they did, but they don't anymore. So it's this one. Do you guys recognize it now? We've had this filigree like forever.
Oh, so you cut it down this way.
You cut it. Well, actually, you can break it apart.
Mom loves this piece because she breaks it in half.
Yeah, and then you can. This makes the prettiest earrings.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes the prettiest earrings too. And then so I thought, well, I could put one here, right? And then maybe one more little pearl bead and crimp it, and that would make a really nice. Of course, this is a big one. This would be for a big coat with a heavy lapel, or for a hat. So this is a big old hat pin.
Dare says she loves that stamping.
Oh. With this one? Or this one? Yeah, this one's...
I think she just means in general, just that stamping.
Yeah, come on.
Yep, Deb said that Ariel is her oldest, like I said, and that she's having a big wedding in October, and then they're going on the next cruise with them in April.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be nice. That'll be really nice. Went ahead and got married and then have the party later. That works. That works, too. So, that's awesome. Very happy for you.
Yep.
So I'm going to put this aside, so that's that.
Yeah, I like it with that one.
So I've just been playing, but basically, I've just been taking these little parts, these little round things, what hearts I had left. And
Ooh, that one looks sparkly.
Well, they're iridescent a little bit. It's the way they finished them. But anyway.
I like those hearts.
But anyhow, I don't have too many of them. That's why I got these other things on. I went poking around to see what I had. This is a 20 millimeter. I can't remember what this is, but these two are really good together. If you need to put them on the back of something to make something stick, it looks fine.
Oh, look at that. Deb and Beans got on the exact same time.
They got on the exact same time. Oh, wow, baby. So anyway, so the thing is, the trick is you got to take whatever your blank is going to be. And we've done mini assemblage beaucoup of times. So, if you've been following me for a while, you know how to do this already. If you haven't, don't worry. If you go scrolling back through my videos, or you put the word mini assemblage into the site search box on the home page of the Basic Boutiques channel, it will bring it up. I think if you look at playlists, there's a little, when you're going across the nav bar at the top, it will say home, videos, live, whatever, community. There's one that says playlists. And if you click on that, you'll find playlists for mini assemblage where there are many, many videos, and you can get kind of the idea on anything you want to do. In fact, that's a little secret. If you're not used to doing that or don't know about it, Javi made a ton of playlists for me at one time, and we've got all kinds of videos on torch patina and regular patina and colorization and manipulating filigree and you name it. So you can find all the things that I've taught on YouTube so far on there. So that will help you out. So, hey, Deborah. We got a bunch of Deborahs.
Yep, and Gloria's here, too.
Oh, Miss Gloria's
she
here.
Got on. Yep.
So, what I'm doing now, this one...
This, by the way, 29 by 16.
Oh, okay. She found it on the site.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have them on the site. But that's what I'm going to do.
There's about 7 of them left.
Since I know... Oh, okay, well, we have gobs of them.
But they come in packages of 6.
We have a big bag.
So, yeah, we can put more on.
We got big bag. It's under here. I can't move it. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. And I'm sorry about my, my filthy table. But I've been looking back at the other videos and all this stuff, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And we've had all these dark ones. It's not Lauren's fault. It's because we're doing them later in the day. So we need to do them by like 1 or 2. So we're going to have the next one's going to be Tuesday at 2 o'clock. And we will finish this up then because it's not going to happen today. I can tell you that right now. So last time, we just did some colorization. We colorized those real pretty flowers. Where did I put them? Here.
Yes, you guys are getting a part 3 on Tuesday.
Yeah, you're going to get part 3. So you got 3-part class for free.
Hey, Mary.
So here's all this stuff, that we did. Some that I didn't do yet. And I used Perfect Pearls and Lunar Paste, but we had a lot of suggestions from you guys. One person said Rit Dye worked really good for her. I've done them in the past, long time ago, with I can't think. I done them with alcohol ink. That's it. A lot of people do them with alcohol ink.
It's just as
you
messy.
get the little droplets. I don't like alcohol ink for 2 reasons. It stains everything. Mm-hmm. Including you.
Yes.
And it's flammable, and they don't like me to ship that through the mail, and I only ship through mail. I don't use UPS and stuff like that because it costs a lot more for you guys and us. Mostly us because we do so much free shipping. So anything that United States Postal Service won't take, then I can't sell it. But, it is not hard to find alcohol ink, and I think I even have some videos on using alcohol ink. So if you put alcohol ink into the search box, you might find it, because a long time ago I did used to have it. We used to carry it. We don't anymore. So we did these yesterday, and then we did these really pretty tissue decoupage hearts, which we've done a lot of stuff on tissue decoupage, but there's that. So you can use them for any number of things here. They're not in the way, right? So like you could put some, well, that kind of covers the whole thing. But you could put some little flowers or sparklers on it or whatever. You could use them on a hat pin, which I have done. Here's one that I started. I used the pink acrylic beads, and I put this one, it says perfume in French on it here. So I don't know how I'm going to finish it, but basically, all it is it's like, think of this as a really big eye pin or straight pin, you know. Just think of it as that, eye pin or a head pin. That's what it is. It's actually a big fat 18 gauge head pin. I always get head pin tops on mine. These things are not as easy to find as they once were, and then even if you do find them, you got to know what you're buying, because there are some frogs among the handsome princes, let me tell you. There's some stuff that is not worth the money or your time, and these are a lot more expensive than they used to be, although they're not terribly expensive. They just are. So I know, I'm not saying you have to get them from me. Go shop them out if you want. That's up to you, but I'm just saying if you buy them from me, they work. That's it. So this is a paper that we carry. We have this rice paper. So it's basically, go through your rice paper stash, see what you got, or tissue paper if you have it. If you like working with tissue paper, that's what you want. You do not want regular scrapbook paper. It's too thick. It's too thick. I mean, you can do decoupage with it, but it's not good on this kind of project. It's just too thick. Won't look right, so don't do it. So Melly's asking for the TV to be on. Yeah, I send Lisa pictures of, see, look, Melly's watching TV with me. She comes and watches anything now. Doesn't even matter.
No, she doesn't.
She used to be just birds and squirrels. But now she comes and watches everything. So anyways, just think of it, just thread them on however you want. But I'm talking a little bit about mini assemblies today because I've got all these cute things.
Okay, real quick.
Put them on.
How far down will you want to go?
That's a good point. Don't go more than maybe 1/3.
So, like, how many beads would you
Well,
maybe
it depends on how.
size?
That's a really good question. I'm glad you brought that up because I dumbly did not make,
sometimes.
I dumbly did not make notes, and if any day I needed notes, it would be today. Yeah, go about 1/3 down, 1/4 to 1/3 down.
Yeah,
then,
Jennifer
then
says
quit.
same thing.
I agree about calling. It's annoying when in the middle of making something, the head of the pin just pops up. You know, it's not even that. They're crooked a lot of times, Jennifer. Or they make them too thin. Like there are some people that sell them 22 gauge or 20 gauge. Forget that.
They're too flimsy to hold things.
I prefer I haven't been able to find them in forever, but they used to make the 10-inch ones that did not have a head pin top, so you had to use some glue. I hated that. But they were like the legit old Victorian ones, and they were nickels. They were nickel silver, actually, which is not. That's not even silver at all. It's just. I don't know what it is, but anyway, it's nickel. It's nickel is what it is. It's not pot metal or anything like that. But anyway, I used to get them. I used to make them. People like them. That would be like if you have a great big Kentucky Derby type hat. Then I love those big, hats. Heavy one. But I can't find them anymore. So the most I can find is like these 7-inchers, and they seem to work out pretty good. So
yes, there's holes on the hearts. Beans.
Yeah, there's a hole. Let me use my little pointy thing.
It's on the one that she used yesterday, too.
I don't know if Betty was here yesterday or not.
Oh, was she? I
think
she
Betty.
was. Yeah.
Betty's here. See, there's a hole here. You see that? And here. And the hat pins work good with them. But I love them, after I got done Mod Podging them all, and I had them all, in a row, and I was looking at it. This would make a cool charm bracelet along with like some cameos.
Or even a necklace. But you can't string it down.
Yeah, like a bunch of things. Here's a little round one. These are things that fell off those boards.
Okay, so
that I had.
If we used one of these, the hearts, then how many beads would you put with that?
Depends on pieces. Depends on how big they are.
Okay.
Just depends on how big they end up being. I don't know where those hat pins are that I made. Do you remember where we
yesterday?
Put them?
No, but I'll look. There's some over here. I think. Okay. I don't know if it's they're over here.
They're over there. Oh, that's right. I put them in that glass. Yeah, and then we can look on these and see. Okay, these two are my favorites.
And these have the hearts, the same hearts beads.
Right. So basically, on this one, This is the 7-incher. Let's just measure and see. This is really good. We give you some measurements. So you kind of give you a little bit of an idea.
Because you don't want it too weighted down either.
This is a 7-inch pin. And then I went about two and a quarter. So that's how much, real estate I took up on this pin. And that's pushing it.
Oh, okay.
That's pushing it.
Okay.
So, and then too, you can see it wants to twirl around and flop. It would do that unless you had really one of those like old salt shaker style hat-pin holders. It would do that, but it's going to want to twirl because it's heavy up here, and there's nothing down here. But that doesn't matter because when you put it in your hat or your lapel, whatever, it's a good big heavy one, it's not going nowhere.
So about 2 inches you want to keep it probably, approximately.
No more than that. Especially if you got like heavier things like this. This is hard.
Uh-huh. And then you have the
I
best
use it like a
on
substrate or a blank, and then I just did the mini assemblage on this. Then I beat it through it, put some little things down here to finish it off, put a crimp, and voila.
Oh, you're fine, Beans. Okay, Mary wants to know, are these hat pins, are they too long to be used as a coat lapel pin?
No, if the coat lapel is big. I would probably for that use the stick pins, which let me get one here and show you. Now in the kits you're gonna get bobby pins, stick pins, and hat pins.
Is that a hat?
They're
stick
right
pin? Oh.
Yeah, this is a stick pin. This one.
And what length are those?
Well, maybe. I think they're around 3, but we'll see. No, it's longer than that. These are about 4.5 inches.
So I would say
but
probably...
I have some coming in that are 3 too, and actually I prefer the 3s for, a little stick pin type, just a little ornament, a little tiny ornament. But you can use the big hat pins too,
So probably only go about 1 inch on those ones then?
Well, let's see what I did.
It looked like it was about 1 inch.
A little bit over 1 inch. So, I keep that in mind. You can't go too far down. You get real ambitious with your beads and having a good time. You're like, oh, man, no, I went too far.
So this is the stick pin, Mary.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show it in comparison to the
hat pin.
The hat pin there.
Move them out of the way.
You can kind of see it in comparison.
So here's it. Well, that's not going to work too good. Can you zoom out just a little bit, Lauren, maybe? Would that work? We zoom out?
Yeah.
A little bit.
There we go.
Okay, this is the hat pin. Okay.
Let me see if it'll go out a little bit more.
And this is the Mod Podge heart in the middle, where I put the rice paper. And then I use a little cone cap. I love those. And this would be for a hat, but honestly, I would wear this on a coat if I had a really nice big lapel. Big coat or big jacket. Like a big heavy jeans.
Like a winter.
Big heavy jeans jacket would work.
Oh,
or a heavy wool jacket. But I will tell you this, because, people are not into pins so much anymore, so they might be not thinking, well, where do I put it? How, where at on the lapel? And you might be thinking, oh, where the birch might be around, well, you can't see it because you can't see me. But, I'm halfway down, No, that's going to be too, you have to go high, almost to your shoulder when you pin it in. Because it'll jag you,
What about like one of those like pullover, like those poncho type wrap jacket
Oh,
things?
and use it to hold it shut? One of those like a cloak pin?
Like could you wear it on one of those?
Yeah.
Mom likes those.
Honestly, though, I think the short ones are better because even though these nibs have ends on them, you could still.
We have the stick pins in stock.
Now these came in just today, and these are not. I'm going to put these.
These are in stock. The stick pins.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Mary wants to know.
If you want,
but she is doing kits as well.
Yeah.
If you want to direct message her.
If you have everything you think you need, and you just need the stick pins, then come over and get them. We have plenty.
They're on the site.
But if you want to get this kit, you're going to be able to sit down and play immediately. You won't have to line anything up because I will have done it. Now, these are really cool. These are vintage nibs. I actually was able to find, and I'm going to put them in the kits.
But the kits will not be on the site, Mary. You'll have to direct message Brenda, email her, email Jordan,
at
or
this
call.
time, maybe eventually when I can get a picture of everything, and I might make it a little bigger or something, put it on the site, and I probably put it in the Muse section or whatever. The problem is with the direct purchases, I try to make them as inexpensive as I can, and when I sell direct, a lot of fees are missed. You know, like I still have PayPal fees and merchant fees to pay, but I don't have the expense of the website, and also I don't do coupons on those. You know, the coupons are like at the site. So if you come to the site and use a coupon on a kit, that's probably like a big chunk of any profit I make because I load them up with so much stuff. You know, I just, if I'm going to sell them at a cheaper price, then I need to do it direct. I think you guys understand.
Hey, Yanka. Hi, Joanne.
Hey.
Oh, and then Mary was wondering, do the stick pins have ends on them like the hat pins?
Yeah, they all have nibs. Those are called nibs. Yeah, so this is the...
Oh, and see, this is the stick pin that she's using right now, Mary. Yeah. She's putting an end on it right now.
They're a little bit harder to get in there, but these are the old vintage ones right here. These nibs. These are like the Haskell ones where they would actually solder a little something on there. Yeah, I was so tickled to find them. But you might have to play with them, when it's not made up yet. Just take a pin and play with it, getting it on there.
Oh, okay, Mary. I will let Jordan know, and I will make sure that he gives you a call back. She said she called
he left a message
this morning.
For crying out loud.
I'm going to go
tell him to go look.
I'm going to go tell him right now. I'm going to go yell at him for you, Mary.
Anyway, so I got these, and I got them in silver, too. So, these are the old kind. And you can see which ones you like. But, everything that is going to have nibs. I never did sell hat pins without nibs. I thought, that's so stupid. Why would you do that to people? You think they're just going to go stick their hand in a drawer and find a nib. Heck no, they're hard to find. And then there are different sizes of them. So, no, I've got you covered on that, too. So, you'll get... probably six stick pins, maybe 4 hat pins, and maybe 4 bobby pins, maybe more. I don't know. I just have to see how it plays out because the findings are good findings, and I pay more for them, okay? But I want to give you, some of those Haskell-looking pearls, like the one in here. Maybe I'll give you a couple of these if you wanted to do that. Maybe some little cameos. I've got lots of roses. I think I have some white ones coming in that are 27 millimeter, which would be this. I don't know if we have any more of these on the site, but you get some of those. And then I thought maybe I might put one of these in if I can afford to, because these are expensive, but I love them. And these are so good for bobby pins. Isn't that cute? That little cat. Whoops, let me put down here. That little cat, can you see me? I'll put this down here. Little cat button is check. Hand-painted, handmade. Check glass. Wonderful stuff. Don't know how long I can get them. But you just have to clip these aren't button caps. So you have to clip this off easy as pie. And then if you want to make it into a little bobby pin, that's why I got the ones with these bezels. Because then you just put the glue and it'll seat down. It doesn't until you clip the back off. But it'll just seat down in there and be the cutest little thing you ever did see. Okay. I made this bobby pin, earlier today. And it's a mount that I turned upside down because I thought it might be kind of fun to like put a big jump ring and a few beads hanging there, give it kind of a funky look. And then I thought, I wish I had more of these. What did I do with it? I found this in some of my junk. I have no idea where I got it. Oh, if I only knew. Isn't that precious? This is porcelain. And it's got little rhinestone eyes, and it's painted and it's glazed. And it fits right on that. So this is going to be awesome. I think if I went ahead and made this and then got a big bronzy jump put through there, that I could put some little beads or something to kind of slide around in there and give it some movement, or maybe another little charm or tiny locket might be cute. I don't think this is going to last long. I think it will sell pretty quick. People like this stuff. I'm telling you, people like Stickpins, Hatpins, they like Bobbypins a lot. And this one would be really unusual, so I just have to glue that one in.
Oh, that's okay, Mary. I was just teasing. But yes, he's taking care of you right now. He's sending you a PayPal request for your kit. All taken care of, girl.
Then I had this little pendant I made back in my epoxy sculpt videos. I'm not going to put this one on, but I don't know. It don't look too good because you can see this. So I have to put like little tiny chatons in there or something. But you know,
Joanne loves the cat.
Yeah, the cat's so cute. I had to get more. We ran about out of them, and I had to get more. So we have a good many right now. I don't know how many I can put in the kids. I don't know. Maybe I
both the pink and the blue.
Yeah, and I have green too.
Oh, okay.
But I may have misspoke because it depends on how many kits I make. The first few, I'll put one in. Okay, maybe that'll give you incentive to get one. I sold like 2 of them so far.
Jordan just he's putting in Mary's, and then someone else asked for one.
Yeah, he was after me. He says, Mom, what do you think you're going to buy a muse or a kit without seeing it? And I'm like, surely you just. He goes, oh, come on. I says, that's how I always sell them. He says, people buy stuff like that off you without seeing it? I said, uh-huh. Frequently. Because
people like surprises.
People like surprises.
It's like a treasure hunt.
Not only that, but I put heart and soul into them, and I usually don't make much on them, so they're loaded. Or as loaded as I can manage. And the last ones I did, I wrapped them up pretty, and they were nice. Yeah, I think so too, Deborah. I wish I got more of those mask faces. Oh, man, would that be cute? And then, no, that would not be expensive. If I put that with this piece on it.
Adrienne said that she got every color.
Because this is vintage and it's wonderful. Yeah. You know, I'd probably charge like $12, $14 for this one because it has this wonderful thing on it that I can't get any more of. But, yeah, there's, you know, if I just did like a kitty face.
We might be able to find something similar.
Well, you know, the kitty face button is $7.50. So, yeah, I'm not going to be able to put those in too many of your kits. I misspoke. But you know what? The first 3 or 4, I will. That I get. Yeah, I don't know why they have to be so expensive, but they are. But they work really good in the bobby pins. You know, everybody loves cats. So, this is not right because it's oval. But anyway.
Yeah, Jennifer says, we know how you do your muses.
Yeah.
And Mary said, we know how wonderful the kits are.
Yeah, so, but it's the people who follow me who know that, usually are the ones that get it. If they're new, if a person's new to me, I usually have to get a bunch of questions about, well, yeah, what's in it, blah, 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 did you have a picture? I says, you know what? Like, when I did those kits, like I had a monthly kit, which took 3 days to pack, no kidding, I come on here and show you what was in it.
The inspiration.
And people like
ones,
that,
yeah.
You know. But I don't have 3 days a month to spend doing that. You know, it was hard. And Javi helped me. So, I mean, just packing up all that stuff was hard. So I had to quit because I didn't sell out of them. And then I'd have them on the site, and they'd have to get reduced price or use a big coupon on them. And I already wasn't making that much. So I'm like, I'm going to do them again, though. I'm not done with those.
Yeah,
I am going to do them. I'm going to do them maybe once
a season.
A quarter or a season, do one.
Like a spring, summer, fall,
yeah,
winter.
I think the last one I had was like $68, I think it was. But that included the shipping.
Yeah.
Roll it all into
they say the
one.
muses are always
Lauren,
worth
that
it.
would be nice
kits.
in your hair. Yes, it would.
Oh, I do love my hair accessories.
Yeah. Isn't this beautiful? This, I wish I had more. This is Japanese. It was made at the company that made the Haskell type pearls, the sister company to Nikki. Mel had them on his salesman's board. Some of you guys got them. They were not cheap. This one was so amazing, I just had to keep it. This is all wired on. You can't really see it, but when you look at it close, it is.
Yeah, I think Joanne got some of them.
Yeah, she got some.
Mm-hmm.
It's all wired in there.
Yeah, they're very cool.
I kept this one.
Very pretty.
I didn't keep very many of them, I'll tell you what. But yeah, they're all gone now, and I can't get any more either because he doesn't make them anymore. And if they did, we couldn't afford them, being honest. So, yeah, I'm going to put this on one too.
You could maybe try to cage something similar.
Yeah.
With
yeah.
bead caps and little pearls.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't have these parts to do that, but I can get them. I can get the screens if you guys want to do it. All this is a bezel. It's about 22 millimeter, maybe. And what they did is they caged a screen, which they laid down into the bezel and glued it in. That's what they did. And these were buttons, which I cut this off because I'm going to use it. I want to put it like, I want to make some kind of a hat pin, stick pin thing using this and just put some pretty things around it and maybe doohickey like that.
Deborah says you could do like a micro mini collage in the little bobby pin bezels.
Yeah.
She says she feels another order coming on.
If you go right ahead, Deborah. We could use it. I won't discourage that. This is our worst time all year. A lot of people say, "What? Are you kidding me?" People buy stuff like crazy at the holidays. Not this far into the month. No, they don't. We're usually done by the time Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That's about it, and the rest of it is just nothing but a struggle. So,
Dara says she loved those monthly Muse boxes. She bought them all.
Yes, I know you did, Dara. Thank you.
Yeah, we threw that idea around about doing maybe once,
So
like
often.
one for each season,
maybe
like a spring, summer,
I
fall,
haven't done
winter.
anything for a fall
So
thing,
they weren't
so
so often and
maybe
tiring.
after the first year, because I got a bunch of stuff coming in, so that's a good time to do them when I got stuff coming. Because I wasn't able to get my stampings order in on time, so I will not have stampings, new ones that is, until late January. Sad to say. But here's the good news. We have lots of stampings. So if you like stampings, we got lots of them for you. Anyway, I just thought I would just lay some stuff around there, and then what I would do is put one of these on the back.
Hi Cheryl, thanks for joining us.
And then, bead through it. Maybe put a dangle, whatever. The only thing is with this, when I do it, I might have to do it low. Because if I put more stuff coming down, I have to have a place to crimp to. Because if I'm trying to crimp up here, forget it. Those of you who are beaters and do a lot with crimps, that ain't going to work, Let me just show you how that's not going to work. So that you'll know what I'm talking about. Because maybe you've never done crimps. I used to do them a lot, but I haven't for a while, so now I'm not so good. We have crimping pliers too, by the way. Put this in here. Come on, where are you? Put it in here. Pull it through. And you can see, okay, so I set it here. That would ground it nicely, but I got to get in here and crimp it. That's going to be a bear, because to crimp it, okay, I got these little tiny crimps. Let me just put this on to show you. This is how you crimp. I can get it off. Come here, you. I have some here that are steel with plating, and they're what I used to use, but they are tough. So, come on, I didn't have this trouble before. What's the matter?
We're on camera.
That's why. And I'm tired.
That happens with me all the time. I do things perfectly when I'm practicing and doing it at home for my video game, and then when I go to do it live, it doesn't want to cooperate.
I hope that we're catching your comments good enough, guys. Sometimes I just have to go ahead and do things because I have ADHD and not just a little bit. And as you get older, it gets worse. So sometimes I have a hard time staying on track, especially right now because my diabetes is out of control. And so those two together are not a good combination. Okay. But anyway, let me show you how this works. Let me show you how this crimp thing. This is a tube crimp. Some people love them, some people hate them. I like the round ones better. But the round ones I have are just not that good. So I have to wait for my shipment to come because I have a bunch. I'm going to have goobers of crimps. I'm going to be buried in crimps. So anyway, so you take this and you push it all the way up, and then you got to get your little crimping pliers. And these are the crimpers, and let me just show you this. Crimpers, they have these little funny wavy things in here.
Let me go back out. Okay.
Yeah. You see these little funny wavy things in the crimpers?
I'm trying to zoom in so they can see when you crimp.
Okay, there's a big one back here, a big place to press, and then there's a little place to press. You want to press in the big one first, real good and hard, and then that'll kind of fold it over on itself, and then what you want it to do is round off. Hey, Cheryl. You want to round off, and then turn it around. Yeah, you could flat crimp it, but sometimes I'm finding it's not strong enough. The way you bead is different than this. It's just they hold better on string and stuff like this. You're beading onto metal. It's different, you know. Because I was watching all these different teachers who do a lot of beading last night to see, okay, what do they know that I don't? And I realized as I watched them, I'm like, well, dang, that's easy. There's nothing to it. And I thought, wait. They're not doing hatpins. This is a different animal. So, anyway, so I just think you're going to have to find your way with it. But anyway, I'm going to go, and I'm going to go on the back one first. Let me see what I'm doing. And then I'm pushing up on that because I want this to be tight to it. I'm pushing up on it, and I'm just giving it a really good squeeze. Not so much so that it would, like, come off. Now, let's see. That's gone there good and tight. So now, I have to decide if I'm going to see. It wants to flip around still. It was tight. I'll do it one more time. I might just kill it this way. Sometimes you got to do several attempts, sadly. This is just different than when you guys do your string. You have to find a way for it. And when I was making these all the time, I was good at, okay, this is pretty good. And then, you know, what you can do, since these crimps are small, you can crimp as you go down and just add another crimp, add another crimp, add another crimp, so that you're sure that you get, you know, it's on there really good for you.
Hey, Darcy.
Hey, Darcy. Darcy, that was so sweet of you, honey, to put that on your page. So I might put it up like that. Now I've got something else holding it. So now I could do another crimp, which I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Who cares if I'm wasting my hat pin, right? It's for you guys. You deserve it. No, I'll get them off. Believe me, I don't think it's going to be that hard. So I'll press up good against that. I'll go for the back slot. And press hard.
It's like when you're squeezing one of those stress balls. Just
Yeah.
Squeeze.
It's on there. Now, if it's jiggling around on there and feels loose, which they will sometimes, it doesn't necessarily mean you have a bad crimp. It means that maybe you didn't get it pushed up enough. Maybe. But, you know, you can make work. Let's see who all we got here. Hello, she says.
It's just Darcy.
Hey up, love. Oh, okay. Hey up, love. Hey up, duck. That's what they say in, I forgot the name of it.
Downton Abbey.
Where were they from? I'm losing it. I love that area. Anyway, where they're from. Yorkshire. That's southern Yorkshire. So anyway, they say, hey up, duck, when they say hi to you. And I know it's true because I have a friend who grew up there. So I asked her, and she says, yeah, they do. Anyway, okay. So you can see, you know, you can just keep crimping it as you go down because they're not very big. You can hide it, you know. But your final crimp's going to be, you know, really important. So you're going to just keep crimping as you go down. Now, you do have one thing as recourse. And I try never to go there because it's messy. And that is you can use glue. You can use glue. Like those great big hat pins I was telling you about, the 10-inch nickel ones. You had to glue to because there was no head pin end. You had to. And then, too, you couldn't find crimps to fit them because they were big and fat. They were big, big, big ones. So, anyway, but these are not, so you can use these and they'll work. Just keep going, but you can start out by putting a little bit of glue right at the end here, and then whatever you're going to do with whatever, I put it about to here, glue. Let me show you again. Where's my pointer here? I would do glue to right about here on the shaft. Then I would put, not too much, and then I would take my piece that I was going to do, or my collage piece, whatever I did, and I would push that up. So now I've got my end, and then each piece that went on after that, I would put it about midway the size of the diameter of the bead or whatever. Like, I might put it to here and then shove it up there and hold it really good. It'll be fine. It's just messy. I want to do it with a crimp. A crimp will work really good, so long as you got the right one. So there. That's how that goes. So let's see how this has gone.
Mary is wondering about what you think ballpark price you would charge for a decorated hat pin at a jewelry sale.
Well, I'll tell you, this is how I used to sell them. I used to get a big, well, not huge, but maybe a basket, maybe 12-inch basket or something, maybe this big, about that big. Decent sized basket, like with a handle, a little tasket basket, one of those. And I would stuff it with polyester fiber fill, and then I would wrap satin around that, sew it shut, and hot glue it to the bottom of the basket. That was like a pincushion then. And then I would set my hat pins down into it, because I didn't have hat pin holders that big, of course. So I would just poke them down in there, and then I would take that basket and I would put it right under my overhead lights, those lights that came like on an arm, those kind people use at their shows, and put it under that and just let the light hit them. And I did them all glass, is what I used. And anyway, so I was looking at what Jennifer's saying, got distracted. Don't mind me. Anyway, so that's how I sold them, Mary. As I put them all in, they were all glass. I was under the light.
So you put them like right by the register, so people would see when they
right
check
by
out.
The register, and the lights. They were so pretty, and you could see them when you first came into my booth too. And most people would buy one or two. Some people would buy 10 of them, a handful, and they would just give them to people, for little quick gifts. And so you asked me how much, $8 to $10.
It probably depends on how elaborate
they were.
So let's look at these.
Like, what would nice glass? Okay, this one here would probably be like $22 or $25, because there's a lot to this. This is a vintage decal cameo from West Germany.
Yeah, she has old.
This
cameo.
Is an old bisque rose
on top of the heart.
This is an old pearl. It's a hammered pearl. It's not a Haskell pearl, but it's a hammered pearl. They're hard to find.
She put those little pearls on top of the leaf.
I have a caged leaf in here, which that's no slouch.
Another little pearl over here.
Yeah. So there's
and then the acrylic flowers, which she had to
here,
colorize,
and then all that. But there's a lot of work. So this would probably $25. And honestly, I know there are people who would charge more than that, but I just never seem to get it, so why even bother? But anyhow, so that one I would, and this one here is simpler, so maybe like
12?
15 maybe, 15? 12 to 15 maybe on that. This one's vintage cameo.
And she has the cup chain.
18 for that one, And this one I don't know yet because it's not done. I don't even know if it's going to come out, so we're going to have to wait and see. Anyway, but the bobby pins, like if I use that little cat face, because they're so expensive, they'd be, the findings, they'd probably be like $13, $14. I don't know if people would pay that.
For one or for the pair?
For one.
For one, okay.
Because the buttons are so expensive. The only way, sometimes you'll get people come through if you're selling in person, and they want you to tell them the story. So then I could get their attention.
And the work behind it.
I could tell them all about how check beads are made, because I know. And how you can always their cottage industry, people do them as a family business in their home. They make beads. And you can always tell if the house is a bead making house, because there are 2 chimneys, one on each end of the house. As you know, they make beads in there. And they make all kind of things, but it seems like they never like to make the same thing twice. So when they do a run on something and sell them to one of your favorite bead vendors and you see a check bead that you love, buy it now. Because when they run out, you might not be able to get it anymore. So if you're in love with that bead, if you can find the money to buy it now.
What about for the stick pin?
This one?
Yeah, like an estimate, because they're shorter.
Yeah, but this is a Monty and it's a big
Oh,
Monty.
right.
That's Preciosa glass.
But just since we're talking about estimating ballpark to sell things.
And that rose is not cheap either, so it had to be at least 12. Have to be at least. Let me pick this out so you guys can see what we're talking about. This one.
This is the stick pin one.
You know, it depends what you put on them. Now, like when I did them and put them in the basket, I could sell them for less because I didn't put real special glass on. I put pretty things and I used a lot of inexpensive bead caps. And boy, did that dress them up. They look great. So I could sell them at that price and be fine. Plus the hat pins and stick pins used to cost less, so I could. But now they cost more. So basically you just have to figure out now, what did I put on that thing? What did it cost me? And then do your formula, whatever your formula is. Everybody has a different one, She says, thank you. Excuse me. It was a good display. It worked very well.
And it worked well to have it right at the checkout because people started staring at the pretty things and added it to their order.
She's talking about the design of the crimping tool. You really can't completely comprehend that one till you have it. I only ever use this thing. I only ever use tools like this. I never use those big fancy, although I had like the magic crimp tool and all that. And it was just a bunch of fooling around. And honestly, they would never work on a hat pin because you wouldn't be able to get up in there. They were too big. This one is smaller, So it always has worked for me, these. But, you've got to push hard on it, and, sometimes...
I think we have them in stock, too.
Yeah, we do.
On the site.
Mary says the check button families are getting few and far between. The newer general doesn't necessarily want to follow in those footsteps. Oh, generation, she means. Yeah, I would suppose it's like that everywhere, isn't it? Yeah. But there may be more than you think because they're secretive. I have a couple of friends who are vendors. They're like vendors, but they're friends, and they tell me about their trips and all this stuff because some of them buy direct. Well, I buy direct too, but I don't go there. Anyway, and they tell me, how it is. A lot of times, the only way the beads are made in those houses is because there are two chimneys. And she said when she first started going over, and she's Czech, they wouldn't sell to her. They didn't want to talk to her, nothing, because they didn't trust her. They were very secretive about it. I don't know, maybe they were not turning their taxes in or something, I don't know. Very secretive. It took her a long time to win them over, So I figure, okay, then you can do that, and I'll just buy from other people that I can, although I like to get things from her. But yeah, I just go direct now. But I don't have to go over there. I've never had to travel anywhere except out to 1928. And then I used to go into New York to buy. And I learned a lot about the companies. I got to meet a lot of the people that I was working with. I went to Providence a bunch of times to Rhode Island. And some of those vendors I'm still with. So, but yeah, most of the time, I did it from home, even before the internet. Somebody give me a tip at a show, or, hey, did you try this, or did you get this, blah, 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 do whatever, and I'd give them a call and get talking to them. And they're easier to do business with now than they were back then. They were crusty. The Providence dealers, vendors, they were very crusty. They were very harsh. It was like they felt like, we're the only show in town, you have to buy here, so we can treat you however we want. And that's not true anymore, and that's why Chinese got all their business, because they hustle. Sorry. So it kind of went down the rabbit hole, which is sad. So, well, they've skyrocketed everywhere, Jennifer. They've skyrocketed everywhere. And that's why everything costs more money. That's why my parts cost more money. That's why shipping costs more money. Everything costs more money. since then. So I don't think it's affected their industry so much as you just don't know where they are. A lot of times they're secretive. There's plenty of stuff being put out, but they're raising prices. They raised prices last spring. They're going to do it again in January. So yeah, it's getting rough. If everybody wants to buy good things, everybody wants nice things, which I don't blame them. So do I. That's why I check things over so carefully, to make sure, because if I know anything in this world is I know parts, because I've been handling them and working with people with parts for 35 years now, and I know if it's any good or not. I don't like junk. I always said I wouldn't buy Chinese because of that, because I assumed it was all junk. Well, some of it is. Some of it is. But not all. Not all. Some of it's pretty good. Mr. Bernie was the one who taught me that. Taught me a lot of things. So, anyway, yeah. It's a world market, and if it's good, it's good. And if it's not, it's not. And you have to learn to discern for that, so. Anyway, I think that's all I have for you today. We'll do another one on Tuesday. So I have...
Yeah, part 3.
Yeah, so I have a little business to talk with you about first. Of course, we're offering pre-sale on those kits. If you want to get one now, then you'll be one of the first ones to have one. And maybe it'll get to your place before Christmas if you wanted to work on something in it. Because I just found out that I'm going to have a shipment. It's going to come in. I'm going to pull those things out. I know what I want to put in it. They're going to be great. They're $57.95. That includes the shipping. So that's all you pay. And they're not on the website, so to get one, you have to call us at 1-800-868-4393.
Or you can message her on Facebook Messenger.
You can message Brenda Sue Lansdowne on Messenger. You can email Jordan at bsueboutiques.com. You can email me too, bsue1441 at AOL.com. I'll have it in the newsletter tonight too. If you're signed on to my newsletter, then you'll get that reminder too. If you're not, you should go over to my website and sign up for it, because it's a good newsletter. I put heart and soul into those, and I'm a better writer than I am just an off-the-cuff talker, because I can edit then, and I think I do a better job than I used to, because I wrote that book and I learned a lot from doing it. But when I'm just talking to you, I just tend to blather. But you knew that. So yeah, go sign up for it, because there's always a lot of good stuff in it. I put you guys' pictures in there. I show merchandise. I put encouraging things. I put vintage things. It's content. It's not just, you get these email blasts in your box where they're just sell. Some of these places.
Thanks, Denise.
Where's Denise?
She had to go.
Oh,
so
Denise. Thank you. Thanks for coming, honey. Appreciate it. So anyway, I don't know what I was saying. I can't remember nothing. But anyway, yeah, get the newsletter, because you'll like it. It's really nice. I don't have very many. I send them more frequently than used to, and I don't have many people unsubbing. I get a lot of people writing to me saying, I really enjoy these. So don't stop sending. But yeah, 3-4 nights a week I'm sitting there writing those, and I'll be writing one tonight too. So if you have some pretty jewelry you want to put on the group, I might just grab your picture. You never can tell. I might do that. Also, so we have the kit. Subscribe to the newsletter.
And to our YouTube channel.
And to our, if you most of you guys are subscribed to YouTube.
Most of you guys are.
But tell your friends about us, please. Tell your friends, because we're having trouble breaking out of this cycle. I mean, I see these content creators who put up nice videos. They'll have 3,000 people liking it within, a couple of days, and all these people leaving comments, asking questions, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why doesn't that happen here? I don't understand. What am I missing? Javi said they were too long. They might have been. But, I can't teach anybody something in a little tiny bit of time, especially live, because I love you guys, and you have a right to make comments. I want you to. The live format invites that, but then I get distracted and forget what I was saying. And then it takes longer. So I may in the future not respond to as many comments right away, and then at the end I'll come back through and almost, go up through them and make sure I have everybody answered. But as I'm working, I may not say as much. So, anyway, that's what I might do. I don't know.
If you can like the video and then comment underneath once it's posted.
You're welcome, Deborah, and thank you for coming. I'm just trying to figure things out, and I'm rattling on, so I shouldn't do that. Maybe that's why. Probably is. Not Dulcie. I'm not watching her. Anyway, but I'm thankful that you guys do. And I hope that you learned something about this. I can see Colleen doing this. Because Colleen,
it's close to brooches.
She likes pins.
She does.
Yeah. So, well, you guys are commenting. That's cute. Bianca says you're good at explaining that. Not many questions left to ask. Yeah, but you're all still talking, so I have to see what you have to say. Like you said the other day, Bianca, use Rit dye, and that's a good tip. But it wasn't what I was teaching at the time. I was teaching another thing. So, okay, fine. I have to think about Rit dye. Okay, what can we do with Rit dye? But it was a good tip. Really, really good tip. I will mention that again.
And we love all these live comments, but we also need comments below the video once it's actually posted to YouTube.
And you know what? Annalise just said they send reminders. Yes. If you subscribe and click the bell, then you'll get a ding on your computer.
Whenever we go live.
You'll know. Hey, she's on there, But if you don't click, you can subscribe but not ding the bell. And if you don't ding the bell, then you'll never know.
So ding the bell.
You need to. You're welcome, Joanne. Okay, so I'm going to take off. I've got another mess. You won't believe how clean I had this. See, this is what's on here. Look at all this. Show them all this.
Look at
garbage. I had this all cleaned off. I had to because I spilled that stuff the other day. I had to clean everything. But anyway, so we're going to be back with you on Tuesday at 2:00 p.m.
Eastern time.
EST. And I don't know what that date is now. Somebody wants to look at today's.
I will tell
the
you.
9th, is it? Or 8th?
1 second.
She's looking at the calendar real quick.
It will be the 12th.
The 12th. December 12th, 2023. Can you believe it? Where did this year go? It's gone.
Yeah, not 24 yet. Not quite. Almost.
What?
It's not quite 24
yet.
No,
but in my head, I'm
I know.
starting to write it.
I know, right?
Just like the whole time it was 67, I said I was 68. So I wonder how long it'll be until I start saying I'm 69 because I turned 68 finally. Anyway, confusion. All right, we'll see you on the 12th at 2 p.m.
Eastern time.
Maybe we won't lose our light as much. It'll be better.
It seems
that
to
is
stay
so
pretty good
kind
today.
of you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dara, so much. I always appreciate when you think I did a good job because
I think these extra lights help.
all the teachers intimidate me because I know what it is to be a teacher and
thanks, Dara.
How much they plan. Dara does a fantastic job too. I wish I could be in her.
If we need to do it later
sometime
for people. It looks like these lights did help. They looks like they made a difference, and the light stayed pretty good.
Yeah, it will. But I think we're gonna try and do them a little earlier.
It's basically if I can get my words to come out. Basically, this time of year, just because we lose daylight so quickly and it gets dark so soon. In the summer, it doesn't really matter since it stays light out longer. But
I think, Lauren, the more of this stuff we do, the less you have to ship. Of course, we're slow right now, so you didn't need her out there anyway. She shipped everything the other week, though, when he was gone.
I did. He had some other stuff going on, and so I had to take over.
We always give Lauren, if there's a really hard order that's like several pages and a lot of little things, we always say, Lauren, you have to pack this one. But she does, and she does a good job, too. Okay, guys, enough of me. Thanks so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Tell your friends about us. If you want to put, when you see that I'm coming on what I'm doing, if you want to do like Darcy did, Darcy a lot of times will take and put that on her pages so that her friends will see that, which is not expected ever, but is so kind it just makes me want to cry tears because it's not a lot of people do that. So Anyway, so I appreciate that. I appreciate anything that you do for me. I appreciate it, and I try to give it back to you in spades. Anyway, bye, Jennifer. Thank you. Bye, Annalise. And you have a good weekend too, Mary.
Yes, thank you guys.
I hope you will start doing this soon. And yeah, I thought I wasn't going to be able to ship kits for a while, but I will. So anyway.
So go ahead and message and call for yours.
Yes.
And we'll see you Tuesday.